Hello, hi. A very good evening to one and all. I think everyone was hearing my voice. Can I know in chat box? Yes. Okay. A very good evening to one and all. Myself Haripriya from APSSDC. So today I'll share the screen first of all. Yeah. So yes, everyone welcome to Microsoft Azure Fundamentals program, which was organized by APSSDC. You all of us know about APSSDC that many programs we are conducting training skills as well as communication skills. Sometimes webinars also, of course. We are doing many programs. So if you want to know the programs, just follow our social media and also we are having Telegram groups and WhatsApp groups. If you follow, you came to know like upcoming programs and everything. Anyway, straight away I'll start today's program things and everything we'll discuss. So yes, of course, it's like this program which is like daily 2 hours, which is like 4 to 6. Today onwards, daily just check your time, whatever it may be. Attend like 4 to 6. It's like a hands-on training. So resource person is Mahendra Garu. He's like in help you and he will guide you. So these 5 days, he is the resource person and just follow what he was saying and everything. Just observe and do like what he was saying and everything. And I created a Telegram group related to this program and join. And today is like guest who is having like Ravi Garu. He is Chief General Manager of APSSDC. So he is having uh, 18 plus years experience. He worked on many technologies and many software companies, and he is principal of many colleges also like GUIT and KLU, many colleges. Now he is like a chief general manager of APSSDC. Sir, please help the students about the importance of programs. Just motivate them. Just take 5-10 minutes and motivate them how this program helps them to increase their skills or to increase uh, how can they build in career. Everything just help them, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Priya, thank you very much. Uh, yeah, hi. Good evening, all the participants and the dynamic students from across 13 districts in Andhra Pradesh. And hi, Mahendra. Welcome to APSSDC on board to train on Microsoft Azure technologies. So let me say a few words about the importance of program, why we are conducting this program. So dear students, nowadays might be you heard about the importance of technologies, latest technologies like artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, and cloud computing and IoT. So as the AICT is mentioned, one of the nine future technology skills like artificial intelligence, then the 3D printing, cyber security, quantum computing, IoT. So in these technologies, and cloud computing is one of the technology. Every companies are migrating to cloud computing because of a lot of advantages. So APSSDC is rigorously conducting so many programs. As earlier my colleague Haripriya mentioned about various programs starting from communication skills, presentation skills, then soft skills and life skills to introduce the latest technologies in various branches of engineering. And now today with us, Mr. Mahendra came forward to train students on Microsoft Azure Cloud technologies. So here I would like to say a few words about Mahendra. Mahendra is also one of the student from Andhra Pradesh, engineering student like you, and right now he is working with a Deloitte organization and his expertise in so many technologies like SAP, then Microsoft Azure, Python, and his expertise in SAP upgrade projects also, and his expertise in operating system Linux, Oracle, and MS SQL. So Mahendra itself, he contacted me through LinkedIn. Sir, I am from Andhra Pradesh. The way APSSDC is conducting so many programs, really it's impressing me a lot, and I want to contribute to the AP students. So please give me an opportunity to teach my expertise, and I want to share my whatever experience I gained the various companies working so far and dealing with the different clients. And he requested and he contacted me through LinkedIn. Really, Mahinder, I am very much impressed on the way you have shown enthusiasm and to contribute to the inheriting or injecting skills to the AP youth, engineering youth. Really, it's a very good move forward to contact APSSDC, and my APSSDC team immediately we have taken it forward, and we have taken Mahinder on board to train on Azure technologies to give knowledge to the AP engineering students. So today that came, the idea came materialized. That's what we are conducting a today program. So without taking much, I think thank you, Mahinder, on that aspect, and really it's a very good voluntarily came forward to do something to the Andhra Pradesh. So only few people like this, they came forward to train the students. Really, it's a very good move. And now, Mahinder, so like this, we conducted so many programs, and our AP students are very much interested to grab the latest technologies and to crack the interviews. So in this connection, I request all the students, please go through. Go through the presentation, which is going to be trained by Mahinder, and you observe, even you learn the basic concepts. So Mahinder will give you the live experience concepts and the basic tips in Azure. Might be after 5 days you are going to be at least not expertise, at least you are might be a middle level expertise in Azure technologies. And also he is assured he will make you to get certified Microsoft Azure certification to all the participants through going through the test. Also he will guide you how to take up the test also. And now apart from that, here I would like to say about the Microsoft Azure. So in cloud computing technologies, Microsoft Azure is one of the cloud computing technology, apart from the Google Cloud and AWS. Might be all the students are much familiar with AWS cloud computing, and also IBM Cloud, and also Alibaba cloud computing. So apart from that, Microsoft is one of the leading cloud computing technologies. So he is going to cover about the concepts of the cloud concepts, then what are the scalability and elasticity, agility in a basic cloud concepts, and also it describe the difference between infrastructure as a service and platform as a service and software as a service, and is going to talk about the difference between public, private, and hybrid cloud models, and also is focusing on more core Azure services, which is going to cover 30 to 35%. And also some of the core concepts which are available in the Azure is going to cover. And similarly, like some of the solutions are available in Azure, and Azure management tools like Azure Portal, Azure PowerShell, then Cloud Shell. And then he's going to describe about Azure Advisor. Then he's going to talk about security, privacy, compliance, and trust. And he's going to talk about Azure Identity Service tools and the features of Azure. And Azure governance methodologies is going to cover. Then the monitoring and reporting options which are available in the Azure cloud computing. Then the privacy and the data protection standards is going to cover. Then Yeah, there are many Azure SLAs, service level of agreements, and Azure service life cycle is going to cover. So really the content is we build the curriculum and content for this Azure cloud computing technologies, which is very impressive, and uh, these things are essential for the students. I'm sure that once you go through these 10 hours of Azure course, all the students just know what I mentioned about the basic concepts of Azure technologies. This will help you to to crack any job. And also I request all the students to focus more on this training and go through the assessment. Ultimately at the end of this assessment, Mahendra will guide you to get a certification which is issued by uh, going to be issued by Microsoft. So that certification will help you. That certification you can upload in LinkedIn also, so that the Azure required professionals will the companies will contact you directly. That will help you to find a job. So dear students, we are introducing this Azure technologies to you. This is the latest technologies. You may not find any engineering college or any other way, and we are taking help of Mahinder, directly introducing Mahinder to you. Mahinder will teach you these Azure cloud computing techniques, which will help you a lot to understand the concepts, basic concepts and advanced concepts. You digest the concepts, and at the end of the course you need to take up the test. Mahinder will guide you that assessment, and will help you a lot to get a certificate. That certificate in turn will be one of the weapon to get a job in any MNC companies. So this all I can say from my side. This is one of the great opportunity for the students or already working professionals for you to focus more on these 5 days and try to get the fundamentals. Thank you very much and wish you all the best. Thank you, Haripriya.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for giving a boost up to the students. Really, it's helpful. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence. Really.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi Garu. It was a very nice introduction for me. I'm really
Yeah.
happy for it.
Now,
It was
Mahendra Garu,
much delighted.
so please take. And today's, I want to introduce our trainer for all the 5 days programs, 5 days program regarding Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. So Mahendra Garu was taking care, I already tell. So he is having like 5 on SAP basis and on Azure consultant. So Mahendra Garu, please take and help our students to explain to do real time things in 5 days. What it's not take it forward and help them. First of all, help our students. First of all, I would like to thank for coming to APSSDC and giving a training. So just take and forward, Mahendra Garu. Just continue. You can start the training.
Sure, sure. So thank you very
And
much, Ravi
one more
Garu.
thing
And
before. Yeah, yeah. One more thing, Mahendra Garu. Many members was asking the question that e-certificate was giving or not. Regarding this, Mahendra Garu will answer, guys. And one more thing, I'm telling. So attendance, how we can take it. So in AirMeet, we are taking. Of course, we'll get every data. So you attended, and in YouTube, based on feedback. If you are not having any good connection in AirMeet, so many members was joined in YouTube, right? So in YouTube, you'll get feedback link. So by that we can consider you attended. So that's it. So thank you so much. Sorry, Mahendra Gar, for interrupting you. You can start.
yeah, sure, sure. Yeah. Thank you, Haripriya Garu, and thanks you, Ravi Garu. It was a very nice introduction for me. So, hello everyone. I am Mahindra Dasari, and I do hold 5+ years of experience in SAP basis and Azure in Azure profile. So just give me a second. I am quickly share my screen. Just please give a heads up once you people can see it. So is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, yes, we can see very clear.
Yeah, thank you. So welcome everybody and welcome to this AZ-900 Microsoft Azure Fundamentals training sessions. So from today, there would be around 5 days of sessions will be conducted and around 2 hours of training will be conducted as per day. We will be discussing on AZ-900 and what is Azure and let's say how to crack the certification and how to build a cloud computing based profile after before completing your degree. Let's say people may be confused, like they are into different kind of technologies when you are out of your graduation, let's say engineering degree, whatever it is. So there will be a mix of technologies when you are in a market. So it's like this would be a refresher session for you, which helps you to understand what is a cloud computing, and in cloud computing, what does Azure does. So the main agenda of this session would be like, it would give you a fundamental knowledge and it would help you to understand the different kind of cloud services which are provided by Microsoft Azure. Let's say there are so many services which are provided by Azure. So basing on the job role which you are opting, let's say there are different kinds of job roles in an IT industry. So basing on your job role, you can select the respective Azure and you can train, you can help yourself finding out a better position in the market. So, but coming to this session, we will help you to understand what are the kind of different job roles we have and how we can understand all the basics before going to cloud. It will be like a refresher session for you where you directly enter into the cloud market. So the target audience would be the guys with non-technical backgrounds are also welcome. The guys who have a strong technical experience or who have already worked or who are already working in this platform also are most welcome, because Azure, the main focus of Azure would be on not on a single module. It covers so many technologies, starting from a developer till a security professional. So you have so many technologies. So I'll be helping you, showing you what are the different kind of technologies which we have in Azure and how can we build up a strong career in this platform. So this is a syllabus or the course which we will be covering for the complete training sessions. The first one would be your cloud concepts, Azure services, security, privacy, compliance, and trust, and Azure pricing and support. So previously, when Microsoft has started this AZ-900 training or AZ-900 certification, the expectation from Microsoft was like people should be in a state to understand these topics. It's like understand the cloud concepts, understand the Azure services, understand security, understand what is privacy in cloud, understand what is a compliance in cloud. So it's like Microsoft's intention was like that. But due to the recent changes and the technological changes which are happening, so it has slightly changed the model of the course and replace the understand with describe. So by completing of this session, or else when you are ready to take an assessment or a certification from Microsoft, you should be in a state like you should be able to describe what are the cloud services we have. Let's say what is a cloud, what are different kind of concepts which we have in cloud, how Azure pricing is in the market, and how Azure supports when an enterprise or an IT company takes it. So how it is going to support an IT. So you should be in such a state that you should have expertise on these contents so that you can directly go to the test and give your 100%. Okay. So you, as a part of this training, we will help you to prepare and pass the examination of AZ-900. Let's say before going to the certification or before going to the training sessions, I would like to give you a real-time scenario. It's like a real-time what's called a scenario which happened in a recent project go live. So what happened is like there was a client. He was expecting to run a load. So it's like as a part of IT life, we will be working on different projects. So we will be working on different projects, different landscapes, different areas. We'll be dealing with different clients. So people needs to understand. So people needs to understand how the projects run. Let's say how are the different kind of projects are there in an IT, or let's say what is a project and how a project will be executed. What are the different kind of works we do in a project. So you should have a background of this one before going to Azure. So sorry, yeah. So what I say is like, while building a strong infrastructure, or while building a strong application support, or while developing a strong application for your client to be happy, you need to be in a stage that you need to recommend them which is the best platform, or else which would help them to leverage their existing loads, help them to incorporate their existing problems onto a single platform. There we have multiple solutions over it. So while verifying all the platforms, we do have multiple cloud platforms like Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, we got GCP, we have Microsoft Azure, we have Oracle Cloud. So we have multiple cloud platforms. So in this multiple cloud platforms, why we are choosing Azure? We can choose anything else. We can choose AWS, we can choose GCP, we can choose Oracle. So we have different kind of options. So you should be in a state like why we are choosing Microsoft Azure and how it helps our client. So that is a main motto. Any professional should be in a state to answer this thing while working in an IT company. So now, as this part of training, we will help you to understand why Azure, why not anything else. So this will help you to understand, and this will help you to build a strong knowledge on Azure, so that once when you have completed your degree, or else once if you are trying to change, if you're planning for a career progression, you can choose Azure as your option, and it would definitely help you to prepare a strong career in your life. So what is the use of taking this AZ-900 exam, and why we are focusing on this? So this point is much beneficial for all the young engineers who would be relieving from the engineering colleges. Let's say who are in their second year, who are in their third year of B.Tech, or else who are in their fourth year of B.Tech, or else who are still pursuing their degree. Different kind of modules. I'm not concentrating on ECE, I'm not concentrating on mechanical. It's not of the group or the module you are choosing, but it is based on your interest and your levels of dedication towards a technology. So this will help you to earn a small badge stating that you are certified from Microsoft in this technology. So how the badge would look like? So this is a badge which will be allotted to you after passing the certification. It is not after completing the certification, or else it is not after participating in these training sessions. This will get you can attain this after writing a certification test, and that too with a pass mark. So there is a pass mark around 700. So you need to qualify. You need to get that score so that you will be qualified, and Microsoft would present you with a small patch stating that you can show it like, yes, I am a trained person, or else I do have expertise on Microsoft Azure. It helps you to support your career. It helps you to support your resume. So that is the main intention of conducting these sessions. Okay. So now the main important thing. Let's say what are the different roles which we have in this cloud. So people would be expecting. Just 1 second. Okay, so we have different roles in this Azure. What are the different roles we have in Azure? So there are multiple things. So some people are interested in coding. Some people are interested in building a strong infrastructure. Some people are interested in building a strong network interface to their client. So these are different kind of options. Let's say there is a myth in all engineering students, because I too follow the same. While I was in my engineering, I used to have a myth like there are only two technologies in IT. These are only Java and .NET. So let's say if I learn Java, or else if I'm certified from a local center on Java, it's like I would get a job. So it is not a scenario as of now. So now the market is changed, market is getting progression. There are so many changes which are happening in the markets. So you need to make your career. It's like we should not suggest you. You should be in a space that, okay, I have strong interest in this platform, so that I need to plan my career over that area. So what are the different roles Azure is providing for everybody? So yes, so these are the different kind of roles which you get in Azure. One's like starting from the first one, you have a developer, you have an administrator, you have a solutions architect, you have an AI engineer, functional consultant, security engineer, data engineer. So you have multiple things like this. So you need to understand at what area I'm standing, or else at what technology I need to learn, so that I can build my professional resume, so that I can impress my next coming company and I can crack a job. So it's like it is self-explanatory. I will tell you the other things, like let's say a developer, everybody knows it. It's like people who are interested in coding, whether it is Java, whether it is Python, whether it is .NET or something else. But doing it on your machine is different. Doing it on Azure is different. So it's a bit different. It's like previously it is used to, it is in our control, but now cloud computing means it is in a control of somebody else. The somebody else is the vendor. Vendor is the what the cloud service you are taking. Vendor, let's say here the vendor is like a Microsoft one or an Amazon one or a Google one. So basing on the model which you are planning, you need to prepare yourself in this any of these technologies, so that you can have a good and a strong career. You can build this career in Azure. So next, yes. So coming to the main important point of this today's session, how to be certified on AZ-900. So people are asking so many questions in the chat box, like whether we'll be getting a certificate, or we need to write a certificate, or else what kind of a certificate we'll be getting, whether it is a Microsoft certificate, or else it is an APSSDC certificate, or is it a participation certificate, or else it's a certificate of merit. So many questions are, I think people are completely running in their minds. So let me review you. So the certificate, what is a certificate or what is a certification? It's like certificate of participation, everybody knows if you participate in something you'll get. But certificate of merit is different between certificate of participation, because you need to learn, you need to bring up some hours from your daily life, extend it, prepare, you need to study, you need to practice it, and then you can get it. So I can help you with the ways where you can do the certification. So here, what if I tell you there are two ways to get the certificate, which is a paid one and a non-paid one. Paid one is everybody knows it. You will pay the examination fee. You will sit in you will take it in a virtual way, or else you will do it in some local IT center, which the respective certificate authority will suggest you. You will go there, you write your test, you'll check it. If you pass, it is fine. If it is not passed, you'll come back. So, but what if I can tell you, you can do this certification in a non-paid model? Non-paid model in the sense, there is no point of paying any money. You need to sit at your home. You need to prepare well. You need to go through the modules which Microsoft is suggesting you to read. You need to understand. If there is a chance, you can practice as well. So you need to do all these things, and then you can go for your certification. For that, we have 4 subdivisions in the certifications. So the first one would be your Microsoft Ignite. Microsoft Ignite is a challenge. It's a worldwide challenge organized by Microsoft, where so many people like you, like me, so many people all over the world. So everybody will come in one platform. Microsoft will provide you some learnings. Remember, this is not a test. This is not a challenge. This is not a coding challenge. Like it will give you a real-time scenario. You need to code it, or else it is not a real-time scenario where you need to figure it out how to fix it. So it is not like that. So this is a challenge for learning. So you have different kind of modules. For a developer, we have a developer module. For an artificial intelligence, we have artificial intelligence module. For an architect, we have an architect module. For a functional consultant, we have a functional consultant module. So there are so many modules. There are 6 different modules. So based on the module you select, you need to study it. There are a long materials which are available. Long in the sense it's not like 300 pages or 400 pages as your textbooks which we refer while going to a semester. It's not like that. It is like you will have to understand what is required as a part of examination purpose. So Microsoft will give you those what is called the learning information. You need to go through one by one, and for that it may take around 4 hours or 5 hours for the whole completion of all the e-learnings. It's like an e-learning. You need to go to one portal, you need to register over there, you need to go through all the pages which Microsoft has given you. It's not like 10 pages or 20 pages. It will be in a respectable position, let's say 60 pages or 50 pages. You need to go through all the documents. Once you are familiar with everything, then you can submit your challenge, and post submitting your challenge, you will be receiving a coupon, and you can redeem that coupon and you can take your AZ-900 test for free. It's like that coupon is not only for AZ-900, there are multiple technologies. Let's say AZ-303, 304, AZ-103, 104, AZ-120. So there are multiple certifications which are being running by Microsoft. So any of the one you can take it and you can redeem it and you can get it for free of cost. That is your first Microsoft Ignite way to get certified. And another thing, Microsoft Ignite, this challenge happens as per yearly basis. This year it was conducted on, I believe, September 24th to 26th. It's a 2-day complete virtual sessions which are taken by Microsoft, where it requests people all over the world to come, join with them, learn with them, and try to increase their skills. And post completing those e-learnings, they will circulate all your coupon codes to everybody of you, and then you can take your assessment. But as of now, Microsoft Ignite was conducted between 24th to October 7th. But 24th to 26th is a live sessions which were taken by Microsoft, so we can ignore that one. But the challenge is active from 24th to October 7th. But I believe the challenge has been due to heavy user count, maybe around 1 lakh people have registered for it. So due to that, Microsoft has stopped it around October 4th or October 2nd, October 1st or October 2nd. So you can have a chance over it. You can go there, you can test your skills, you can learn it, and you can take your certification free of cost. The next one is Microsoft Azure Virtual Training Days. What happens is, like, you will be having Azure Virtual Days which are happening on a monthly basis. So every month they have slots. I think they will plan for every 3 times in a month. So you can go to their website, you can register over there. You will get a confirmation link on your email, and you need to attend the session over there. It will be around 3.5 to 4 hours, where Microsoft would be discussing everything at a high level. It's like Microsoft also discusses the same, but we are going topic by topic, line by line. But they will be discussing as a high level, as in the top level discussion would be happening on the 3 hours and 4 hours, which Microsoft says. You need to sit for that session. Post completing the session, the same happens. You will receive your coupon code to your email. You can redeem it on the Microsoft website, and you can take your test for free without paying anything. And the third way is your Microsoft Virtual Training Days. This is also similar to Microsoft Azure Virtual Training Days. Microsoft Azure Virtual Training Days comprise of only Azure technology. It doesn't involve in the other products Microsoft is delivering. Let's say Microsoft has so many products. Let's say they have operating systems, they have hardware, they have the Surface, they have so many things, so many products it's selling. So it is only dedicated to Azure. And the third one would be a virtual training days, where it will be an enterprise level training where Microsoft conducts the same every month. You will be, I think every month there will be 2 slots will be available where people need to register for it. Again, you need to sit over there. There would be around 3 hours of training. You need to complete the training over there. The same happens. You will receive your coupon to your email, and you can redeem it on the Microsoft website, and you can take the test for free. It's like you just need to redeem the coupon, plan your date, plan your time, and you can sit at your home and take your test. It's like it's not due to COVID or anything. Generally, it runs in a virtual platforms, so it is entirely fine. There is no need of going anywhere, sitting to some local centers, nothing like that. You can sit at your home and you can take your certification. That is virtual training days. And one more point: in these challenges, in these 3 challenges, you will be getting only 1 coupon code, and it is valid for 1 exam. For 1 email ID, you'll get 1 coupon code. Let's say if you have 2-3 email IDs and you want to improve your skills, and if you want to test your skills, you can log in with the other email ID, but you need to complete the challenges which you have logged in. Post that, you will be receiving your required coupons, and you can redeem it and you can get your certification for free. And the last one is the model which we all don't like. It is a paid model. So this is available on the Microsoft website. You can directly go there. If you want, you can directly go there right now itself. You can go there, you can book your slot, you need to pay the amount, and you can take your test as per your feasible time. Let's say you can book your slot today, take your test maybe in a week, and you can get the results within 15 minutes of your test. And the test charges would be around 4,200 rupees, including the tax. That is a last model which Microsoft offers. So ignoring the last one, we can plan for any of these three. And I believe Azure Virtual Training Days and Microsoft Virtual Training Days are active as of now. If there is a chance, you can have a look post today's session. I will be sharing you the links to go there, check it, and register for it. So you can go to that website, register over there, and you can book your slot. Those things are available every month. So you can book there, and it is entirely free. Based on your preparation, it is based on you to earn the certification. So moving to the next slide. What is a cloud? So I think there is a mixed audience. Let's say people who are already working have joined this call, and the young engineers who are planning to complete their what's called graduation maybe this year or next year have also joined this call. So I just want to keep it crisp and to the point. What is cloud? So cloud is like, what I can say is like, it is a resource. You are borrowing a resource from a vendor and you are using it on your local machine. It's not like, give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm just checking the chats if there are something, if any questions. So people are asking for the vouchers already. Yes, please let me know if my voice is not audible. Okay, going back. Okay, so what is cloud? So cloud is like, you will be taking the resources of Microsoft and using it, and you will be paying it for the usage you do. Let's say, I'll just give you a basic example. Let's say you have a subscription to Microsoft Azure. Subscription is like, it's like an account which is given to one person. So using that subscription, you will be logging into your cloud. Post logging into your cloud, you will be building your own virtual machine. Virtual machine is like, it is a space where you can build your, let's say, one Windows 10 virtual machine over there, and you can utilize it. Basing on the utilization you do, let's say you keep your virtual machine on for 10 hours a day, Microsoft would extend charges over it. Let's say you are using 8 GB RAM and 200 GB of hard disk with Windows 10 installed on it. So there are different charges for it. They will be charging around 2.5 rupees per hour. Let's say after having it, you are trying to upload some information. You are trying to save some information. For every 1 GB, they will be charging around 3 rupees or 2 rupees per it. I'm saying as per Indian rupees. So basing on the region, let's say you are planning for US dollars, it is different. Let's say you are planning for pounds, it is different. So as per INR, I'm just saying. So basing on the way you are using it, it will impose a charge on everybody. So it's nothing like you will be borrowing some infrastructure. You will be borrowing some assets which are already built up by a vendor, and using it, basing on the usage, you will be charged. So how does enterprise would work on Azure is like, it will book a subscription. It will have an enterprise level agreement with Azure and with Microsoft. Basing on that, basing on the way they have a discussion. Let's say if they want 100 machines to all their 100 employees. So they will be having a service level agreement over there. Let's say they plan 2,000 rupees for 1 month for one employee. It just goes like that. So going ahead, I can explain you much better. We have multiple slides, right? So I'll discuss it more. Okay, so I have a short video. This is one of a video which I just collected from YouTube. It's not prepared by me. So how does an Microsoft global data center look like? Just please have a look. It's a short one. So going back to the chat, just give me a second. Yeah, it's fine. People are complaining like there is no audio in the video. So it is entirely fine. It's just a music. I just want people to understand how it is running over there. Let's say if you are unable to listen my voice, please do let me know. Am I audible, right? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for confirming. Okay, let's going back to the presentation. Okay. So this is a simple example or a simple explanation. It's a self-explanatory one. There is no cloud. It is just someone else. So Microsoft has already deployed all the, let's say, all your CPUs, all your RAMs, all your hard disks, all your network cards, all the virtual networks, all the routers. So many things we have as a part of infrastructure. So everything they have deployed at their location. That we call as a data center. So it's not for Microsoft. Every IT company has a data center, or every IT delivery professionals or every service delivery company has a data center where all these are kept and it will be used by people all over the world. So coming to these data centers, the data centers are spread all over the world. All the Microsoft data centers are spread all over the world. So in the coming slides, I will show you how many data centers are there and at which locations they are running as of now. So it's a simple definition: the ability to rent computing device on demand. So based on the requirement, you can use it. So an IT company, let's say we have an enterprise firm where, let's say it is a company which is selling, let's take an example of a company which is selling laptops. So there should be some medium to store all the information of that company. It's like you need to have a separate set of hard disks, a separate set of softwares where we feed the data of all the sales, of all the purchases, of all the debts, of all the credits which we get by selling the products. So everything we host it, we need an infrastructure. So that is the main core component which helps in every cloud computing. Whatever is the situation or else whatever is the cloud, the basic business or the basic cloud computing starts with infrastructure. So we have an explanation for infrastructure and all other types of clouds which we have in the coming slides. So moving ahead. Okay. So what we call as a computing resources. So computing resources, it's like these are the things which we require when an IT company or else an enterprise needs to progress their business. Virtual machines. What is a virtual machine? Let's say you are an employee of an X company. So you have joined it. They need to provide you a laptop or else they need to provide you a computer where you log in. You have some expertise on some, let's say, you are a Java professional. So you need to have a computer. You need to have a platform to write your code, execute your code, verify your code, build up a better landscape for a client. So for that, we need a computer. But a computer or a laptop, all these are physical things which we see. But when coming to a virtual machine is like it is built up in a data center and it is shipped to you via this cloud providers. So you can do it on your local machine. There is no point of company providing you some laptop or company providing you some computer. So company just provides you a virtual machine and you can use your local internet, log into that virtual machine and you can run your operations over there. Over there you have all your softwares, all your company's related information, all your company docs, all your company connections. So everything will be enclosed in a virtual machine. So unlimited storage. Unlimited storage, this is for an enterprise level one. Because let's say if we may use 1 TB of data or 2 TB of data, nothing more than that. But enterprises, let's say we have large enterprises where so many multinational companies store their data in databases. So those sizes would be around 100 terabytes, 200 terabytes, 300 terabytes. So based on the business and how many countries they are operating, the storage will be increasing. So Microsoft provides you the storage as well. There are different models in providing the storage. So that is unlimited storage. Next comes to the databases. Database, as I already said, all the information stored in a database. So what databases it offers? It offers SQL, it offers MySQL, it offers SAP HANA, and let's say it offers multiple tools like data lakes. So there are multiple tools which are offered by Microsoft. So basing on the requirement and basing on your enterprise need, we will be using these databases and we will be deploying those on cloud where we need 0% manual intervention. There is no need for you to go to some website, download the software, click install, and after that configure, nothing like that. Everything happens on cloud. So I'll give you a basic example for your virtual machine. Let's say you have bought a new computer. Let's say you scored some good marks and in return to your good marks, your family has offered you a brand new laptop. So in that brand new laptop, the first basic thing is your hardware and your operating system. Hardware is provided by Microsoft over here. So let's say for hardware, we got a replacement. So let's say for operating system, for how do you do an operating system? Operating systems like you will get a disk or else you'll get an image of your operating system. You take it via a pen drive or a CD, attach it to your computer, and you will try to install it. Let's say it's not Windows 10, Windows 8, or something else, but you need the manual efforts. You need to sit for 2 hours or 3 hours to install it properly, to install your drivers, to install the additional software which you want. So you have these many things to configure before preparing your laptop. But what cloud offers is like, you just need to go to the cloud website, you need to pay for your subscription, and you just need to select the variant you want. So the feasibility on real time when compared to cloud is much higher. So if you are investing, let's say around 70,000 or 80,000 as a one-time investment to buy 12 GB RAM, 2 TB hard disk, and i7 based processor. It's just an example. So, but when you are using in a cloud, everything is being chosen. You just need to, it's like your Flipkart and Amazon. You just need to pick the product and just need to deploy. That's it. You will be selecting your processor, what type of processor you want. You want your i3, you want your i5, i7, Core Studio. Then next you will be selecting your, your operating system. What is your operating system? Windows 10, Windows Server 2012, 2016, 2019, 2008, and that's it. The remaining everything is done by Microsoft. You just need to give your username and password. That's it. You can go to your deploy option. You can click on deploy. That's it. Your computer is ready. It just hardly takes 5 minutes of your time to build your computer. That 5 minutes also takes by logging in and giving your password and selecting the components. So that is the level of feasibility which we get from cloud. So that is the reason all the large enterprises are planning to migrate to cloud and build their architecture over there. So coming to the next ones like queues, content delivery network, batch processing jobs, these are entirely an enterprise based. So content delivery network, why we use content delivery network? So let's say we have a website where we have huge images deployed on it, huge size of images deployed on it. So one image would be around 3 MB, 4 MB, so multiple sizes. So whenever you try to access it, there will be a lag or delay because your website is hosted in US and you are accessing from India and you have to go through multiple, data stages or data environments to go and touch it. So those things you do it from your content delivery network. You can easily do it in your Microsoft Azure and it will be very easy deploying it everything in a very limited time. So next we have these all services as well, like big data, Hadoop, media services, machine learning, chatbots, cognitive services. So it's not like very limited. It's based on the model you are using. It is targeted to a set of things which you are planning. So these are some of the services which are being used by Microsoft. So the big data, media services, machine learning, chatbots. So it is based on the service you use. You pay for the service you use, not for anything else. Okay, so coming to the service options. So more than 1,000 services are already available in Microsoft Azure. Some we have already seen it. Yeah, so this is your cost of your exam if you are going in a paid model, which we already discussed. So it is around $99 US. You just need to select your location as India and it would be converted to 3676 plus taxes. So this is a paid model. I think most of the people don't like it, including me. Yeah. So coming to the first topic of today, describe cloud concepts. So describe cloud concepts. So this is the thing which is provided by Microsoft. This is the list of syllabus which is provided by Microsoft. So people needs to get an information on this. You need to be strong at this area to crack 15 to 20% because in your certification questions will be coming 15 to 20% from your understanding cloud concepts area. So we do have a hands-on session as well. I'll be showing you as this would be both practical and a theoretical based session. So please do bear with me. So the first one would be your high availability. Find high availability and why do I say a cloud is a high available environment? High availability is like, see, you are using your Flipkart website. So Flipkart website is hosted in, let's say it is hosted from Bangalore. The website server is hosted in Bangalore. So let's say recently we have some floods in Chennai and most of the data centers are completely flooded up with water. So let's say the same happens in Bangalore and the same data center got completely surrounded by water. So there will be a power outage and nothing will work from there. So do you think Flipkart would stop its business? No, whatever it's the company, let's say it is a Flipkart or something else, nobody will stop their business basing on some disasters. So that is the reason we have an option called high availability. And just one more point before going to the concepts. All these concepts or all these topics are completely IT based. It would be a bit new to you. Just try to understand. If you are not sure and if you are not getting this, please do drop a note in chat. I'll try to repeat it and I'll try to address it in a better way. So high availability, it's like, let's say your data center is in trouble, but your business needs to run. So what we do? We do deploy multiple data centers where, where all your data is getting stored in one data center will be replicated to other zones. Let's say one in Bangalore, one in Gurgaon, and one in Hyderabad. So whatever things you have in Bangalore is replicated to Gurgaon and Hyderabad. Let's say if Bangalore faces some issue, the when you hit the URL, it would be automatically transferred to Hyderabad data center, or else it will be automatically transferred to Gurgaon data center. So that is the way business will run. It will not stop for anything. So this will help business to be on time 24/7 without creating any impact to any of the end users. So as a simple note, we can say it's like as a percentage, it is ability of the system to respond to users. So let's say you are planning to buy, but the website is down. How would you buy the product? You need to wait. You will be creating some wrong impression that website is not working and the company is not as expected. So to remove those kind of impression from all the what is called all the buyers, we will be implementing high availability scenarios, and high availability can be implemented on cloud, which will give much more effectiveness rather than using the old traditional models. So this is a standard availability percentage which we say, which is already maintained by Microsoft. You will get 99.9949% availability per month. So maybe around 0.40 and 1% of outage, and that too due to some network glitches or something like that. But majority of the time, your application will be available and everybody can access it, and there will be no issue while doing your business. Next would be your scalability. What is scalability? So let's say you have your application is capable enough to hold 100 users. So 100 people have logged on to your website and they want to buy the products. But your machine only supports 50 users. So how do it allow 100 people to connect? Let's say I have a data center where I have 2 CPUs where it has an availability to withstand only 50 users at a time. But I have a scenario where, let's say, I have left some what we call, I think in this October we'll be having the sales from Amazon and Microsoft, like Big Billion Days and some other things. So at that time, the any user or any buyer will try to contact the website very vigorously. Everybody will be hitting our server, but we should be in a case that our server can hold it, can withstand to all the hits which are done. So that is an area where scalability comes up. In Azure, in Microsoft Azure, what happens is like it will auto scale environments. Let's say your server is only withstand for 50 users, but there is an count of 100 users. I cannot leave the 50 bias as well. So for that case, we'll be using Microsoft Azure or else the other cloud environments where it will automatically increase your CPUs. If you have 2 CPUs, it will automatically scale up to 4 CPUs and it can accommodate the 100 requests. So that is a major benefit when we are using cloud. Let's say if I deploy 2 CPUs and for 50 users, if it's an unseason, unless there are only 5 users per visit, there are only 5 users coming for visit. So my hardware resources are wasted. The time, the power, the energy, the cooling which I'm providing to all the resources are waste of time. So the investment increases, but the output decreases. That is the reason we bought scalability in Microsoft Azure, where it automatically scales up when the count is high and automatically scales down when there is a low count. Basing on the traffic, it will be automatically increased and automatically decreased. So we call it as scale up, scale down, scale out, scaling. There are 4 scenarios. Scale up, scale down means increasing your what we call input. When you have multiple inputs, your system needs to your RAM needs to be increased to withstand all those. We call it a scaling. There is no that much utilization. You can scale down. Scale out and scaling. Scale out. Your CPUs cannot hold it. I need multiple CPUs to be attached to my machine. So that is scale out. Okay, fine. There is no need of those many CPUs. I can just disassociate it. So that is scale. No need. So it's like basing on the usage only, you will be paying the cost, and it is much more important as a point of enterprise. So unnecessarily, any company don't wants to invest where the resources are not utilized. So that is a main benefit while using cloud computing. So this is one of a diagram which helps you to understand let's say this is the threshold value, and if the count increases, your application will fail. It cannot handle the other things. That is the reason we've been scaling and scale up and scale down. It will automatically change the things and help your users to have a better way of communications. Next comes to your elasticity. What is elasticity? The ability to automatically grow and shrink is called elasticity. Scale in, scale out, scale up, scale down. What is the main fundamental to do that? The fundamental is the elasticity, where your application is elastic in nature, where it can increase it and it can decrease it basing on the count and basing on the requirement. This is the core fundamental while using your scaling scenarios. So basing on the demand, basing on the capacity, it will automatically increase, and if there is no demand like that, it will automatically decrease. So what is agility? So based on the current market and based on the latest changes which are happening in the market, your system needs to be in a stable position. It's not like we are in 2020 and I'm using missions from 1999. It cannot run, it's not suitable for your existing scenarios. So that can be completely removed by using Microsoft, or that can be removed by using cloud computing, where it replaces, where all the hardwares are every time rechecked, and it will and the vendor will automatically replace it if there is an issue. So the next comes the fault tolerance. Fault tolerance is like what? So as I already said, disaster management may happen. We are not sure whenever it happens and how it happens. Let's say there is some power outages, there are some network issues. So to withstand all those things, we'll be having this. We'll be deploying this cloud as expected, and it will withstand everywhere. So if you have a network issue, if you have a hardware issue, you can easily convince it, and the application will be in a stabilized position to handle all your requests. Let's go to the chat section and see if there are any queries. Please to post it. We'll have a 5-minute session. I'll just checking the chat and I'll be responding it now if you have any queries. Okay. Okay, people are asking to share the PPT after the session. Sure, this will be done as a part. And one person has asked, like, what is the best way to understand and select the suitable role we have in Azure from Vinnakota Himasagar? Okay, so Himasagar. So it is based on your interest. It's like I cannot say you need to go for development, you need to go for solutions, you need to go for functional consultant. It's based on your background. Let's say if you are from computer science background, you will have much knowledge on development and infrastructure. You can plan it. Let's say if you are from data management background, where you manage the data, where you model the data, where you change the data based on the client preferences for predictions or future sales growth, you can go for a data model. So it is based on complete interest of the one individual interest. Okay. So I'm sorry, people are saying like my voice is not clearly audible. I'm really sorry. I'm using a bad mic. I'll definitely get a new one tomorrow. So do we have any platform for hands-on learning like Quick Labs or GCP for Azure? Yeah, we do have a platform to learn Azure, to practice Azure, but it's on one condition. So you have a free sandbox sessions which are released by Microsoft. You people can register for a sandbox, and using that sandbox, you can just practice on it. Or else, if you have a credit card, you can get an account free of cost, and that will be valid for all the services will be valid for 1 month, and Microsoft will be giving you around 13,000 rupees as a credit, so you can deploy all the resources which you want, and you can just have a plug and play over there. Okay, next, what one person asked, like scalability and elasticity both sound similar based on the definition. Yes, scalability and elasticity. Elasticity is a kind of nature which it's a simple definition which we all know, elastic, which can grow, which can shrink out based on the requirement. Scaling up and scaling down is based on the what we call based on the environment or based on the situation. Okay. People are asking that this session is being recording. Yeah, I think so. Okay, I think there are multiple questions for training certificate to be provided. Okay, I'll let you know on that one for training participation certificate. I'm not sure on that one. Okay, people are saying to go slowly. I'm really sorry. I think I'm going fast. I to cut down and bit go slow. Yeah, I think one guy already posted it, portal.azure.com free for 1 month. Yes, that is correct, but you need to provide a credit card over there so that they'll give your account. Okay, one Vishnuvardhan has asked like any courses are there for becoming a security engineer from Microsoft? Yes, we have a course like AZ-500 where you need to increase your skills for security like networking, security management, user management, access management. So there are so many things like that. So you can get information over there like security engineer, you can get it. And another guy has asked like we can install the hardware drivers in virtual machines like printer drivers, etc. Yes, but when you install it, you need to do it on yourself. But when you do it on cloud, the vendor will be helping you, and there is no need of installing, downloading anything on your machine. You just need to go to portal.azure.com. Don't worry, I'll be showing you the demo as well, where you people can understand how to do and where to do and all those things. Okay. And I think this is the last question. We can continue after this, and I can again come back after a few minutes. Hi, sir. What are the jobs offered to market? So it is based on your interest, Raghava. So it's like it's your plan. You can go for administrator, you can go for developer, you can go for AI engineer, you can go for big data. So it's based on your complete interest. But this session will help you to understand what all we have in cloud, and by using that, you can plan your career. Okay, coming back to the presentation. So disaster recovery. So I think I'm going fast with this terminologies. Disaster recovery, same as we already said. When your system is not available, when your data center is out, where there is no power outage, where there is a power outage, when there is a network outage. So many things might happen. There will be a power outage. There will be a natural calamity. There will be floods. There will be we can have a tsunami as well. So there are so many things. So at that point of time, you should have a stabilized environment to run your business successfully without impacting any buyer or any person. It's like you need to run your business. End of the day, any enterprise will think in one way. They need to run their business. They need to get some money. So for that, we professionals and we engineers should build a strong environment. So that is the main motto. Okay. Economies of scale. So this is a main important thing which we can say in Microsoft Azure. Economies. So economies, we have two things over. We have capex and capex over here. I think it's like capex and opex. So you can expect like what is capital expenditure and what is operational expenditure. I'll give you a simple example. So you have bought a new vehicle. So you have bought a new car. So maybe it costs you around 10 lakhs. So every 6 months you need to do a servicing for your car where you need to pay 10,000. So the initial 10 lakhs comes your capital expenditure, and your every 6 months expenditure 10,000 comes in your operational expenditure. Let's say your fuel charges, your maintenance charges, your repair charges, whatever it is, whatever charges, whatever amount you are investing in your car, it comes under operational expenditure. When you replicate the same in cloud, what happens is like you have 1,000 employees in your company, you bought 1,000 laptops for them. Each laptop costs you 1 lakh rupees. So how much is the investment? I'm audible now? Sorry, there is a network issue at my end. Yeah, thank you. So, guys, can you tell me at where it got disconnected, at which area? Did I discuss with you about the CapEx and OpEx? Okay. Okay, I got it. I'll just try to reiterate it. Yeah. Yeah. So coming to this capex and opex, what happens is like your enterprise is planned to buy some physical machines to so many employees. Let's say 100 employees are there, and each laptop costs of 1 lakh rupees. And basing on the maintenance charges, basing on your internet charges, and let's say there are so many charges incurred over here. So you just need to leverage that charges so that the enterprise would perform better and it could help it in the profits. So while using cloud computing, we can leverage those things by using this capex and opex principles, because all the hardware is completely maintained by the vendor. All the software is maintained by the vendor. You just need to just connect over there, deploy your required virtual machine or else deploy your required system, and you can use it as you expect. Let's say if you are a developer, you can just connect to your machine, you can develop the code as you like, and there is no need of what we say any physical infrastructure with us. You just need one computer, just a normal computer which you are using. It's a basic computer with 4 GB or 3 GB, 2 GB RAM. It is entirely fine, but you need to have a solid internet connection. Everything is completely done through the vendor side, which is the cloud. So as a simple definition, we can say like capex is a money invested in your assets like computers, that return investment over time. So let's say if I have invested 1 crore rupees on my computers, which I have circulated to all my employees, I'll not get any profit after 5 years down the line or after 4 years down the line. The laptop will be outdated and I need to replace it with a new one. So in that cases, to leverage that cost, we called as a capital expenditure cost, we use this cloud environment so that we can directly give whatever the model of virtual machine we want with Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 7, whatever is a virtual machine, we can give it to our associates and they can run it without 0% of any hardware or any manual changes which are incurred. And that would be completely safe due to the strong virtual networks and due to the strong network connectivity which the cloud vendor has it. So OPEX is the operational expenditure which we say on a daily basis. Let's say there is some issue with your laptop, you need to get it repaired or fixed. So there will be some charge which needs to be done. So that also we can minimize. There's no point of investing in repairing or buying new spare parts or something like that. Everything is taken care by the vendor. Let's say if some part is not working, he will go there, replace it, and keep a new one, and that too with a 0% outage. You will not get any issue while running your application. You will not get any problem with your business. Everything is done on a what we say up 99.99% already said. So it's based on that service level agreements which we do with the cloud vendors. So this Azure runs on a consumption based model. So it's not like, okay, I bought one computer, so one computer I'll pay this much. So it's not like that. It is based on the consumption. How much you utilized, you need to pay for that. So you can pay per minute, pay per hour, pay for an execution. So I bought 4 GB of RAM and I bought 1 TB of hard disk. So you can expect me how do I pay? So if my virtual machine is running, let's say if my computer is running for 10 hours, for every hour, I need to pay around, basing on the selected version you have selected. You selected around a 4 GB RAM one and let's say 1 TB hard disk. So for that, Microsoft has incurred a cost like 2 rupees per hour. So you need to pay that 2 rupees. For 10 hours your virtual machine is running, you need to pay 10 into 2, 20 rupees per day. It's that simple. Let's say apart from that, there are other charges as well for your storage. So you took 1 TB of storage where you are storing your data. Let's say you have images, you have your calls, you have your customer information. So many things are stored on that virtual machine. So for that as well, you need to pay the cost. Basing on the GBs you use, the amount will be increased and you can regulate it as per your company's budgets and everything. and everything will be run on an hourly basis. And please don't get worried. I will be showing you everything on a live based one. I'll be logging on to the Microsoft website and I'll be showing you the pricing, the model as well. So don't be worried. Okay, so this comes the different kind of what we say platforms which cloud supports. So in cloud, we have three different platforms. The first one is IaaS, second one is PaaS, and the third one is SaaS. Yes, SaaS, PaaS. So simple to say. It's like just like IaaS is like infrastructure as your service. So we have a good diagram as well for this. I'll go there and I'll show it. It'll be much easy for you. Yeah. So this is a simple and a basic diagram which helps you to understand what is this service. The first one will be your traditional IT. So where you need to manage all these things, your networking, your storage, your servers, your virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, everything, whatever it is. So everything you need to manage, you need to deploy your resources, you need to have people who have expertise on it, you need to have administrators to manage your operating system, your servers, your storage. You need to have network professionals who run to run your networking as expected. You need to have platform specialists to take care of their middleware runtime environment. You need to have data analysts to take care of your data, and you need to have, at the end of the day, comes the applications. You need to have integration specialists where you need to where they help you into connectivity and run your business. So that is a traditional IT which is running before cloud. But once cloud is into the market, everything is replaced with these three things. We call it as infrastructure, platform, and software. So what is infrastructure? So infrastructure is like there will be no hardware with you. Everything lies in your what we call your cloud data center, whether it is Microsoft, whether it is Amazon, whether it is Google, everything lies in their data center, and you need to take care on your middleware, runtime, data, and applications. So you need to focus on this. There is no point of no point of deploying people to run these things. You can try to reduce your what we call efforts to fix these issues. We have professionals through Azure. We have professionals in AWS. We have so many people running in GCP. They can help you to fix the issues which you get in your storage, servers, virtualization, and operating system. The same applies for platform. In platform, you will get your platform as well. So simply say, till operating system, everything is managed by your vendor. That is infrastructure as service. Platform. In platform, your runtime and middleware are also managed by them, and you just need to install the required application and get the required data and run your business. And the last one comes to your software as a service. Software as a service where you get everything, no point of managing everything, no point of managing anything. You just need to log in, just type your code and come out. That's it. So it is like that. So in platform, you need to deploy your applications which you want. Let's say I'll give you a simple example. So to prepare a JavaScript, we'll be using softwares like NetBeans or some other softwares. I'm not sure. There are some other softwares, there are platform softwares we have. So those softwares you need to install and you need to form connections to it, and the integration between that software and your application needs to run. So that is a platform. So in infrastructure, you just need to install everything. Your middleware, your platform, your applications, and your coder, everything needs to come in place. But in platform, what happens is like they will give everything, including the hardware. You just need to log in and install your what we call the software platforms, and you can start your coding. And the last one would be software as a service, where there is no point of installing anything. There is no point of touching anything in the machine. Everything will be taken care by your cloud vendor. You just need to log into your machine, open your what we call your coding page, and you can start coding whatever you want. Let's say we have professionals working on Microsoft Office. You have professionals working on Office 365. We have so many people working on Python, Java, .NET, Oracle. So many technologies are there. So we are helping them without investing anything. So there is no point of investment in anything. Everything will be taken care of by your cloud service provider. You just need to log into your machine and run it as expected. So that comes as your software as a service platform. And after this, you have a main one which we call as, just give me a second. Yeah, after this, you have a main one which we call different types of clouds. What are the different type of clouds we have? We have public cloud, hybrid cloud, and private cloud. I'll show you in the next. So this comes the public cloud. I just gave a pause over here. Let's take some questions and we can come back. So if someone has some questions, please do let me know. And there is a question like, what is the thing I wanted to ask is like, we can do MS SQL attack to any database. If we do any event in cloud run, we cannot able to do MS SQL attack to do them. Is there same resources providing by Microsoft Azure? Can you be a bit more specific over here? I'm not sure on this question. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I am getting multiple complaints on my audio. I'm literally sorry. I'll get a new mic set from tomorrow. Yeah, I think there is a good example in the chat. Salesforce, Azure, Office 365. Yes, it is a good example for PAS, IAS, and SAS. Yes, it's a good example. So it will help you. It's like basing on the model you are working, it can help you to do this. So I just want to invest my people just to sit and run it with just come sit and run your deploy your code. As Pawan has said it is correct. It's Office 365 like that. We can run as a software as a service, or else we can run Azure with infrastructure as a service and Salesforce as a platform as a service. So this is fine. Okay, I think we can go back to our presentation. Okay, so coming to public cloud, what is a public cloud and what are the different kind of clouds we have? The first one will be a public cloud. Public cloud means the resources which are utilized by your enterprise. Let's say I have n number of resources. I have around 100 CPUs. I have around 200 hard disks in the racks for all my employees. I have around 200 virtual networks which are created only for my company. So I have these many things which run my enterprise. So when I keep it in a public way where other companies also can share it. So let's say I have one, simple to say, we have one computer where we have two operating systems on it. One is your Windows 7 and another is your Windows 8. So two operating systems are running on one computer or one laptop. That is a simple and a basic example for your public cloud. So whatever resources are being provided by the cloud provider will be shared between multiple customers. Let's say I have a customer Dell and I have a customer called Huawei. So Dell and Huawei can share their resources if they are going for public cloud. It's not like those two, there are multiple. So they can share their resources. So, but here what happens is like the cost of your resources will be much cheaper when compared to the other cloud, because you are sharing your resources with other persons, other companies. But it would be a bit more easier for attacks as well. But let's say if you are using if you have a non-critical environment where you are not running with financial transactions, then you can go with your public cloud. It is entirely fine. But if you are running what we say transactions, let's say banking related projects, we cannot go with public cloud because everything needs to be secure and everything needs to be in the control of us. It may be hosted in some other's environment, but it should be in control of us. So then we will be choosing another platform called private cloud. So private cloud comes in picture where the only hardware which we have is deployed at customers, is deployed at your, what we say, the data center of your cloud vendor location, and everything is separate. There is nothing shared between your enterprise and another enterprise, where all your transactions and all your records are completely safe enough. So there is no point of attacks, no point of sharing your resources, no point of, what we say, external availability of your resources. Everything will be in your control, but the charges which are incurred over here, which will be much more higher when compared to public cloud. As a basic example, I can say like in public cloud, if you are paying 10 rupees per hour, in private cloud, you need to pay 30 or 40 rupees per hour. I'm giving just a normal iterative example. It's not the amount which is on paper. I'm just giving you an example. So the charges are 2x. So just to make sure your cooling is separate, your hardware racks are separate, your networking is separate, your operating systems is separate. So everything is separated. Nothing is based or nothing is shared with any other resource in the data center. So that we call as a private cloud. As a definition, we can say like computing services offered to only selected users, internal and corporate cloud. It's like it is up to the same corporate where nothing is going to share to anybody, and we can just keep our information tight enough, safe and tight enough. Next comes the hybrid model. So hybrid model is implemented in many of the situations and many of the companies. Let's say people are not interested to go with public cloud because it is publicly available, but they cannot afford for a private cloud as well. So let's say if we are running a banking environment, we can simply and blindly go with a private cloud. No point of going with public. But I am not interested to go with public cloud, but I do not have enough credit or enough budget with me to run a private cloud. Then I would be running with a model called hybrid cloud, where the resources are shared, but shared limited. Only few of the resources are publicly available and few resources are residing in your private cloud. Let's say I have 10 resources. 10 resources, let's say, I'm sorry. So let's say I have 10 resources where I have 5 storage network. I have 5 storages and 2 networking devices and 2 operating systems and 1 router to run my enterprise and 1 application as well. So there are 10 resources where I'm not going to share 5 resources, means the storage resources I'm not interested to share with any other persons or any other organizations. Then we go with the model called hybrid cloud. And the other resources which we have, like your operating systems or anything else, we can share it with other companies or other models, and we can try to reduce our costs over there. So that is called a hybrid cloud. So multiple environments and multiple companies are using this model, as the budget will go in a medium way. It would not go high, it would not go low, and it would be completely safe. In the same way, it will be available as well, but the non-critical information is gonna shared between the resources, but the critical information is completely safe and tight in your separate private cloud. So that would be your hybrid. Coming to compare and contrast between your public, private, and hybrid. So public cloud, as we have already discussed, it is completely available, and it is as your racks, as your information, as your operating systems are completely shared between all other resources. When coming to private, where we have our own infrastructure, we have our own applications, we have our own platforms, so we can run like that. As a hybrid, it's a mixed model. But what I do suggest is like, as being an Azure person, I do suggest is like, basing on the budget, an enterprise needs to opt away. Let's say if my budget is very low and my data is non-critical, then I can directly go with public. No point of going with hybrid or private, because my charges will definitely increase if I go with there. If let's say I do have a budget and I do want to save it with a strong security, with a strong firewall, then definitely I need to go with a private cloud, where there is no point of someone coming intermittently and trying to access your data, retrieve your data, or share the storage resources which we have on our racks. So it doesn't happen. And the hybrid model we already discussed, it is based on your budget. If I have a medium based budget, those all are important, I will be keeping it in private, and those are non-important and non-critical, I can go with my public model, and I can run my business as expected. So again, coming back to questions. Okay. So guys, any questions as of now? So give me a second, I'll just go up. Yeah. I stopped at Pawan's message last. So next, sir, any attendance form? So there is a question. I think we can do any SQL injection to any of in any database. No. Cloud is also like database. No. So okay. Yeah. I think I got your question, Ganesh. So you can do injections in SQL. Yes, correct. But what happens is like in cloud, it will be a complete mixed where we have advanced technologies over here, where we have a strong networking over here. What we say like network security groups are in place. We do have firewalls, we do have application gateways, we have VPN gateways. So there are multiple ways where you can save your database without getting injected from external resources. So it would be much more what we say strong, and your information is much more safer. Okay, next. This is based on SQL Server version that you are running, and it's also a config. Okay, same question. Okay, if we provide. There are people asking for attendance form. I'm not sure. Just give me a second. I'll just check with anybody, and I'll let you know on the attendance form. If we host any event like this in cloud, we get all details on participants for SQL injection. Whereas as we host any event in cloud, we cannot able to run any on front end SQL injection. Is there some resources by you? Yes. So it's like it is not based on your location. It is completely based at the data center where it is being managed with a strong networking interface. I already said. So it would be not that easier to do your SQL injection as expected. Okay. So now questions time. So people can post your questions as of now. Meanwhile, I'll just try to connect to the portal and I can help you with some hands on what we are discussing for today. Okay, so any other questions or else can we directly go with the session where I can show you how it runs? So guys, any confirmation, any questions till now, or we can proceed to the next one? We have only 20 minutes. I'll just try to show you some live things. Our data. Okay, sir, can we load our data in both public and private? Yes, basing on your environment. So let's say I can see you are an SAP consultant. So you can do it basing like with Azure Site Recovery. You can upload your, let's say if you are planning to run your enterprise on cloud, you can use Azure Site Recovery option and you can upload the data over there and you can run your business. Okay, so yeah, so this is your portal in Azure. So you have like this in Azure. You need to connect to the website called portal.azure.com. It is a common website for everybody. So what you need to do over here is like you need to have a sandbox account to run this website, or else you need to have a credit card. You need to register with your credit card, which gives you around 1 month of free trial to all the Azure resources, and you can have a plug and play and understand how it runs, where it runs, and all those things. So it's like as going with AZ-900, it's not what we say. It's not mandatory to get this access and run with it. It is mandatory for you to understand and describe what are different resources and why Azure Cloud Computing. Post that after completing your 900, and if you are strong enough with all your fundamentals, then you can plan for the next level certifications. Let's say if you are a developer, you can go for 203, 204. If you're an administrator, you can go for 103, 104. If you are an SAP consultant, you can go with AZ-120. So you have multiple career platforms. And so at that point of time, you definitely need to use the portal, deploy your resources, understand the resources, how it does, where it does, and how it goes. And you can prepare for your test. So I just try to show you one component for your virtual machines, how it actually runs and how the pricing will happen. So see, I'm also using a free trial. I have given my credit card and I got my free trial. So it is available for everybody. So just please ignore these all things. I will tell you in the next sessions. Please don't confuse over here. Just try to focus on this slide and this block and this block and this block as well. So as I already said, you need to know which kind of size you are using. See, so basing on the RAM you are using, which RAM you are planning for your virtual machine. Are you planning 3.5 GB RAM? You're planning 4 GB, 7 GB, 8 GB, and how many cores you are planning? 2 cores, 1 core. So these are series. These are most of you. These are series we have. So let's say we go with the higher one. Let's say so see how it is gonna charge. People are not how Microsoft is charging for this resources. Let's say your RAM is 8 GB, your data disk will be 15 data disks, your max IOPS means input output operations per second, how many will be happening? It's 12,800. Your temporary storage will be 16 GB, and premium disk I will discuss with you in the next sessions, that is supported. So how the cost is designed for this? The cost would be around 9,601 rupees per month. So this would be as a part of your enterprise. When you are working in an enterprise level, when you are working on projects, when you are working with a client, you will be planning with this. But let's say if I want to practice, I want to learn something, then how you will go? You can go with a cheaper option like this. B1MS is one of the cheaper options. You can go with B1S and B1LS as well. So this would be much better. You can go with B1MS where it will give you 2 data disks with 2 GB RAM, and your storage supported is a premium type, and your CPUs, you have 1 CPU, and it will be costing of 998 rupees per month. So apart from this, the cost will be incurred on your storage. What is the storage? Let's say you are using 100 GB, there will be one cost. You are using 200 GB, there will be another cost. You are using 50 GB, there will be another cost. So basing on the storage you are using. Next comes to your region. So your Microsoft data centers are available in these many regions. It's there in Germany, North Korea, Japan, Switzerland, UAE. We have Central India, South India, as well as South India, West India, and West Central. So multiple regions. So you need to plan the region where you are. Let's say if we are in India, taking a resource in US, it is entirely fine with us. But if you are planning these resources in a project environment where one of your application is in India data center and another application is hosted in your US or data center, then it will unnecessarily create network traffic between, and you need to pay additional charges as well. So you need to be very careful while selecting the regions when you are implementing Azure. So let's say if I am in India, so I'll just select South India. So resource group, I'll explain you in tomorrow's session. I'll give you a better explanation of it. As of now, you just take it as a group where you keep all the resources, and your virtual machine name. It's like I can keep as a new virtual machine name. So I'm keeping this name. So image. What are all these images we can get in my South India location? Yes. So these are all the operating systems I have. I have Windows 10. Apple Server 16, 19, Ubuntu, Linux, Debian, CentOS, SUSE, Red Hat Linux. So I have different kind of operating systems available. So I am just planning to take Windows 10 Pro. It is fine with me. So I'm just taking this one. And it is asking me for my username and password. I already said the major amount of time you will be investing is only here, only this screen. There is no no point of investing any time in any other screen while preparing your resources in Azure. And next, coming to disks. Okay, which disk I want and how. I'm sorry, is somebody saying something? Okay, maybe some application issue. Okay. So now coming to the disk, which disk? Create and attach a new disk or attach an existing disk. I can take a new disk. I'll just create one new disk on my name and I'll attach it. I don't need premium. I just need standard is enough for me, because again I need to pay amount for it. Let's say if I select a premium one, it takes me cost for me. Yeah. So how much is my size? 1 TB it is saying. No need of 1 TB. I can just take around 128 GB is enough with me. That is a standard one, 128 GB. It's okay. And just select OK. So 128 GB of a drive is ready for me. And your virtual network. Virtual network, because how do you access it in cloud? You need to have a virtual network, right, to access it. It should be in some virtual network where you can access it. So this is your virtual network. And these are additional things which are used as per your enterprise ones. Let's say boot diagnostics, let's say enable auto shutdown. It is off. If you on it, you can reduce your charges which you are expending on Azure. Let's say let's say in India, we'll be working from 9 to 6. After 6 or after 7, there is no point of using my virtual machine. So why unnecessarily, if it is up and running, I need to pay amount for it. If you activate this one and you keep some timing, let's say after 9 p.m. IST, it should stop. So automatically it gets stopped. Okay, so these are advanced things if you want to install some additional extensions to your machine. This one, and comes to tags. I'll explain you tags a bit more better in the next sessions. And coming to the last screen will be your review and create. So it will check a validation. It is failing your basics. We need to go there and we need to fix it. I need to confirm it for license. Next, review and create. So just have a look. I am creating my Windows 10 machine with 2 GB of memory, and I have one hard disk with 128 GB. And I will just click on create. Just give 5 minutes. I don't think 5 minutes happens. It may take 2 minutes or 1 minute to deploy this. Once this is deployed, you can immediately log into your virtual machine and do whatever you want. If you can install your whatever apps you want, you can install whatever you planned. So it is deploying the components which you have selected. The first one is your network, the public IP address, the disks, the network, the virtual machine is your Windows 10 OS which you have selected. So if you bought a new laptop and if you are installing Windows 10 on it, definitely it will take around 1 hour to complete its installation. So, but in cloud, it's not the case. It will take a maximum of 5 minutes. Sometimes, based on your data center's availability, it may take 10 minutes also, but not more than that. So, in that time, your virtual machine will be ready, and you can easily use it. It's just like a plug and play. Okay, saying deployment is in progress, and we do have automations where we can do this deployment by writing scripts as well. So I'll be discussing that in the further sessions. Meanwhile, let's take some questions if there are any. Okay, one person asked like, sir, based on the location and region, only size varies or else OS image and selection? Yes, basing on the location and region, your OS also varies. In some locations, you may not get your server 2012 or server 2016. In some locations, you may get it. So it is based on location and it's based on your version which you are installing. Okay, someone asked like, what could be the minimum price of virtual machines? Maybe it starts around 900 per month. So if you stop using it, it will be charging as on an hourly basis. As an overall, it will tell you 900. But let's say if you are using multiple hours, then definitely it will charge us. Definitely it will be charged more, and it will be automatically sent to your credit card, and there is no point of approving it. It will be automatically deducted without your approval. Okay, so how can I access the Red Hat OS as I couldn't connect via SSH and RDP? No, it's like a Red Hat operating system. So as a part of Linux, we cannot run it with RDP. We'll be running it with SSH. So we do have SSH where here we have keys installed on it. I'll be discussing it much more deeper in our next coming sessions. So please be stick power. We'll discuss it. Okay. I have created the VM and I have deployed the Red Hat OS image. Okay. Okay, there are three questions. Please send the PPT. Yes, we'll be sending it. Okay, I got a I got a good compliment as well. Thank you from Raven. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm delighted for this. It's not a problem. Okay, so let's come here and let's check. See, it's still taking some time as I haven't given my what we say. I've given my 128 external hard disk. That is the reason it is taking my time. And if you come here, you can see your credit. So what is the credit you have? When you have logged in with your free trial, Microsoft gives you around 13,200, I believe, somewhere around $100 or $150 will be allotted to you. When you convert it to INR, it will be around 13,000. In the 13,000, basing on the utilization, it will be automatically deducted. When I created my account, I have around 13,000 budget. But now, if you see, I have only 12,900 credit remaining in my account because around 500 rupees are utilized. So Microsoft can give you a better way and a better chance to keep you posted that how it used the amount. So see, in this way, it will help you to understand. See, 133 rupees were utilized for the operating system disk and 112 rupees for another operating system disk. And for the virtual machine, it is 47 rupees and the others it will be 71 rupees. Others in the sense your networking, your routers, let's say you have different kind of options which are available, network security groups, your networking, so many things are there. So for that it charged 71 rupees 0.99. So this will be sent to you and you can see it is around 13.3k when I started my account. Now it is 12.9, and this will be your meter in the sense how much you are using, how much you are not using. And let's say you have subscribed to this but you are not using that, so it will be showing here. It will be like when you are using it a bit more, it will be increased. If not, it will be decreased. So based on your utilization, everything is based on your utilization. If you use it, they'll charge it. If not, they're not going to charge it. So I think here we could stop for today. It's taking some time to deploy. Let's give a second. If it's fine, it's okay. Or else we can wind off for today. And when we are connecting for tomorrow, we'll be discussing on this one. I'll be showing you how a scale up happens, scale down happens, at what percentage scale up happens, at what percentage scale out happens, how it gonna increase, how it gonna decrease, and how you plan your networking. So there are so many things we'll be discussing on our further sessions. And I just want to show you this one diagram. It will come tomorrow, but I'm curious to show this to you. So these are the data centers which we have in Microsoft, which are hosted at multiple locations. Some these are in Australia. These three are in India. One in South India, Central, West. So this is in our Israel region. This is in Africa. This is in UK, and this is in US. So basing on your region. So if you are in India and you have created an account in US, it don't sound good. It is fine, but let's say it takes 2 milliseconds to view one thing. But if you are in India and accessing US, it will take 5 milliseconds to retrieve it. Basing on the location, basing on the network, it needs to communicate, right? So that is it. So see, our resource is completed. So if we go to our resource, so it is ready. If I click on connect and if I give on RDP, it's connecting on a port 3389. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll wind up today's session. It's not going to take more of your time. Azure user is like the username. You can keep it what you want. I just kept it as an Azure user for easy communication for me. Okay, let it load. Meanwhile, we'll check some questions. There are any. How do you set your password? Yeah, you do give it when you create your account with your when you are creating your virtual machine. You do can give it. Thanks for your class. Thank you very much. And somebody is asking for a WhatsApp group. No, WhatsApp group is not there as of now. We have a Telegram group. You can post your queries over there. Okay. I think multiple people are asking my name. I don't know why. Please don't give. Please don't use my name for wrong things. Right. Yes, this is your virtual machine, your Windows 10, which is created within 10 minutes. There is no point of getting some disks, getting some hard drives, getting something else, attach it to your machine and do it. So in this way, you can do it within 5-10 minutes. So it's very easy and very fast. So I think we can wind it up over here for today. So Priyagaru would like to say something. I think we can close it for today.
Mahendra Garu?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, is it completed?
Yeah, for today we can close it here and tomorrow we can
Okay.
continue.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mahendra Garu, for wonderful presentation and teaching. Everything was nice and awesome. Yes, I'm monitoring in YouTube and said like good questions that you'll give presentation to them. That means PPT to them.
Yeah, yeah, we will be sharing it at the end of the sessions.
Yeah, we'll share in Telegram group. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So already the recording session was there. If you want, you can see in YouTube. So we'll share the link in Telegram.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. So that thank you so much, Mahendra Garu, for making. So guys,
And
tomorrow.
one more thing, I want to say one more thing, and
Yeah.
I'm really sorry there was a very disconnectivity with my voice. I'll definitely try to get a good mic from tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sorry
It's
for it.
okay. Not a problem. But apart from that, it was very nice session.
Thank you.
A very knowledgeable session. So many members are messaging that yeah, very good session, very knowledgeable session. Guys, if you forgot to give any feedback, just give. It was there. We are sharing in Telegram group as well as in live chat also. So just give feedback. Don't forget to give feedback. It is very important. It will like attendance also. So many members was asking. So it is like attendance also. And yeah, we'll share everything in Telegram, guys. Just follow the Telegram. So today presentation, today recording, and today, yeah, what the content has to be shared, everything we'll share in groups. Just follow. And tomorrow same time, 4 to 6, beyond same link. Will not share a link again and again. Same link. Just join with the same link at 4 to 6. Yeah, same trainer also. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Mahendra Garu. And thank you, Ravi Garu and Prithvi Garu for being long. Thank you so much. We'll meet tomorrow at same time. Thank you, Mahendra Garu. Bye bye.